Okay, so welcome back. This is Icy Cup Ryokun here for Root Gaming's YouTube page with part 2 of Catz versus Ryan on Lost Temple. Catz started off with a 14 hatch and Ryan went double 10 gate, was able to kill it with his zealots, but he didn't quite transition out of it in the best way, so he allowed Catz to get back in and take the economic advantage anyway. Um, this observer brought into the middle of the map going to allow him to start killing those creep tumors and then just run the hell away. Killing creep tumors as the Protoss player is starting to get control of the map again is helpful. He doesn't really have map control at this point, but he's trying to keep Catz from getting complete control of the middle. So decent move there. Colossus are on the way for Ryan, but there's 10 Corruptors in production for Catz. So those are just going to get insta-gibbed by the Corruptors as soon as they enter the field. Catz still hasn't set a rally point at this hatchery. It's a little bit of an oops. But he is going to send those drones down to the 6 o'clock base. And going to be up another base. Ryan's Dark Shrine just finished. And he warps in a couple of Dark Templar somewhere. He had a Warp Prism on the field. He's probably loaded those in. Why is he saying wow, F you? I can't find the Dark Templar or the Warp Prism, so he might have just killed it. Oh, yeah. The Dark Templar tried to walk into the Spinecrawler line, and there was an Overseer here. So I missed that. Sorry, the yellow and pink on top of purple is a little bit hard to see sometimes. It does look like he lost that Warp Prism or he canceled it. I'm not sure which. Catz still hasn't set a rally point on these drones. But he is up one base, well more than one base, because Ryan is having a hard time securing this high yield. Nexus did finish, but Catz has been putting some pressure on it. So he doesn't want to really transfer too many workers over there. Working on getting Blink as Catz goes up to Hive Tech. Catz is just sitting in a much, much better position in this game. He's got better economy, more supply, better tech, and yeah, it's going to be really tough for Ryan to work his way back in this game. He is working on getting Storm, which will be helpful, and he will be able to feed back the Corruptors if he can get some High Templar onto the field. Corruptors with their 200 health, they don't really die to feedbacks unless they've been around for a long time. But Catz is going straight into Ultras with 3 Evolution Chambers. He's going to start, pumping upgrades. Be at 3-3 melee Carapace pretty soon once he starts working that, making a Greater Spire as well. So Catz is still in a dominant position here. He doesn't even really have to move out. He's just waiting for Ryan to make a move because there's no reason to attack Ryan in a defensive position when you're this far ahead in the game. So Catz is just sitting back, teching, getting farther ahead, waiting for Ryan to move out and attack him. And then as soon as Ryan does, he might even just auto-lose because he's so far behind. He's probably going to get steamrolled by the army of Catz. Well, actually not that many ground forces, just a ton of Zerglings. So the Colossus will get powered down very quickly. But unless Catz can get these Ultralisks out, it could be a little bit dangerous. I didn't notice that he still wasn't making ground forces, but there are 10 Ultras on the way. So if Ryan delays and these Ultras come out, then yes, he will just get steamrolled. This extra Queen's running all around the map, dropping creep tumors. A little bit BM. Or making a BM, whichever one you prefer. Catz is just way ahead in expansions. He's ahead in resources still, but Ryan is starting to catch up with that high yield. Building a metric ass ton of spine crawlers in the middle of the map. That is a lot of spine crawlers. He might even uproot these and be offensive with these spine crawlers, as he makes a couple of these Corruptors into Broodlords just to make the situation even worse for Ryan. So Catz is making about, let me shift control click these, 24, 31 spine crawlers in the middle of the map. I kid you not, with 10 ultras and 3 brood lords. So he's completely maxed at this point, so he's adding to his army with spine crawlers. Actually canceled a couple of them, got the drones back. As he did spend a lot of drones on these. Uproots all the spine crawlers and is moving them forward. Oh my god, this is kind of BM. Ultra's going to run in with the Ultralisk, with the Zerglings. Corruptor's going to town on the Colossus, and then morphing into Broodlords on the field. Ultralisk tearing up his ground army. Ryan's having really a hard time holding this off. Putting down some storms, but the Ultras soak them very well. He's going to lose pretty much his entire ground force. Catz is pulling a bunch of Queens to help heal the Ultras as well. So there's really nothing that Ryan has to stop this push. Should see a GG pretty soon, but he is going to try and muster his forces to try and hold this off. He's got a ton of spine crawlers forward, but his creep tumor highway is sort of lagging behind. Maybe bring a couple of overlords forward, drop some creep, and root them all right up in front of his choke, as that would probably be rather nice. Catz rallying in more ultras and brood lords. Gonna have 3/3 upgrades on his ultras pretty soon, and be doing a ton of damage. His ram, the headbutt against buildings, is gonna be up to 90 damage, which is rather ridiculous. Broodlord's gonna move in, put pressure on Ryan, but you know, after losing those Colossus and the storms, he's just way behind on supply. He's half of Catz, and there's just not any perceivable way for him to hold this off, especially with the army of spine crawlers that Catz is bringing forward. He's going to be able to pull behind the spine crawlers and just say, well, okay, well, you get to fight these instead. So Catz is going to be wrapping up this game pretty soon, so make sure you revisit us at youtube.com/rootgaming and root-gaming.com. Register and post on our forums, as all of our team members do try to post on those forums somewhat regularly. He does have Blink out to try and move forward and kill these Broodlords, but there are still spine crawlers rooting right in front of him. The the forces are trying to move in on the spine crawlers. He drops a storm, but it only hits a single unit. It's hitting mostly spine crawlers, which doesn't work on buildings. And there he drops the GG, well played, followed by Rape Fest, because he did get kind of dominated in that game. So well played by Catz. Ryan started out pretty good, but just didn't do a very good mid-game transition, so Catz just took control of the game. So